good guys, I hope everyone is doing well. So in today's video I am going to bring you something that has been requested time and time again, and that is a step-by-step guide on how to fit the NZXT Z73. So obviously this will also work for the smaller variant of the NZXT Kraken, so if you have that then just follow along. So with that said, we are so close to 100,000 subscribers. We are almost 450 left, so if you like the video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and also smash that like button, as it really helps the channel and spurs me on to keep creating this content. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this cooler fitted. So when you pull everything out of the box, you will notice that this does arrive with the Intel bracket pre-installed, but if you're team AMD, then swapping them over is simple. Just give this a twist, pull it away and attach the AMD bracket in the same way. Just make sure it is straight before you put it into place, because you can screw these brackets in all lopsided, so just make sure you have it the correct way. So the first thing you have to do is obviously decide on the position you are going to install this. Obviously you can install it on the top of your case, or in my case with the Z73 being so large, it has to go to the front of the case. So if you are planning on mounting it on top like so, then you will want to take these long screws and washers and attach the fans to the cooler first of all before putting it into the case. Just for reference, I will be using the RGB air fans, not the standard ones that come with the cooler, but the process is the exact same. If you are going to mount this up front just like I am doing, then you will definitely need someone to help hold all the fans in place. You can then place the radiator behind and screw into position with the long screws and obviously your washer. Having someone to hold everything in place will definitely avoid much rage, so I definitely recommend it. It's also worth noting, just make sure you never over tighten the screws when you are putting them in, as you definitely do not want to damage that radiator. So now that we have our radiator and fans installed, I recommend installing all your cables. So grab the breakout cable that looks like this and plug it into the top of the pump head like so. Now we can go ahead and connect the other ends of the cable. First off, connect all of your fans up to the fan headers, they just slot into place. Just in case you are using the RGB air fans like me, then just connect them all together with the supplied cables, then simply use the out cable and connect it to the RGB header at the end of your breakout cable. If you are just using the standard fans, then you can just ignore the RGB cable. So now we go ahead and give it some power by plugging the SATA cable into a SATA connection directly from the power supply like so. Then go ahead and take your fan header and plug it into the motherboard on the connection labelled CPU fan. All motherboards should have this clearly labelled. Okay, so now go ahead and grab that second cable that was in the box, take the micro USB end and plug it into the pump like so, and the other end just connects to a spare USB port on your motherboard. Okay, so now if you are using the Intel, you will have to fit the backplate. Just take note it is adjustable like so, and it just pops into place, and always ensure you have this the correct way up. From there you can take the Intel standoffs that are clearly labelled and screw them into position. If this is an AMD install, then you will make use of the bracket already installed on your motherboard. Just remove the two clamp pieces and go ahead and screw the AMD standoffs into position. So if you have followed any of my tutorials before on how to install coolers, you will know that I prefer to go ahead and install my own thermal paste. This is definitely not a necessity, so don't worry if you don't have any, it's just something I like to do. So obviously if you are going to do that, then just buy some Tim Clean, give it a little clean up, make sure everything's nice and shiny, etc. Then reapply the thermal paste and you're pretty much good to go. So when you are ready, it's now time to go ahead and lower the pump head into position over the standoffs, then simply use the thumb screws supplied to secure it down. I suggest doing this in a crisscross pattern, so start at one corner, then move to the next. When you have them all hand tight, just give it a little extra tightening with a screwdriver, but again make sure not to over tighten. From there it's just a case of hiding all your cables and making sure everything looks good. Then all you have to do is go ahead, switch on your PC, and hopefully everything will light up and look amazing. So when you're on your PC, if you want to go ahead and control the new pump head, etc., you will obviously have to go ahead and download NZXT Cam. I will leave a link for that down below, and in there you can control everything you need. and obviously go ahead and install some awesome GIFs etc on the pump. So that is the install of the NZXT Kraken Z73, and obviously, as I said, it does work for the smaller model as well, and probably some of the other range. So if this helped you, let me know down below in the comment section, and if you have one installed, definitely send me a picture of it on Twitter etc, as I would definitely love to see it. As always guys, if you have any questions, if you're stuck, we have a Discord where we would gladly help you out, or you can leave a comment down below and I personally will definitely get back to you. So that pretty much rounds it up guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, stay safe, be kind to each other, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Todos me